Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who had I knew it moments. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I suspected my wife was cheating for months. Then I found the Plan B pill instructions on our car. I've had a vasectomy for more than 7 years. Wow. It's so crazy that so many people cheat. There are so many people cheating right now, but they just haven't gotten caught yet. Or maybe they will never get caught. When I was 8, I looked at my mum and asked her if she was pregnant. She said no, and I asked if she was sure and she doubled down. I then said, well, you probably should start going to the gym, you're getting kind of fat. About a week later, she announced it in front of the whole family that she was in fact pregnant. She just didn't want to tell me before everyone else. Freaking kids, honestly, freaking hell. I love how this person was like, well, that's kind of getting concerning because if you're not pregnant, then you're just fat. Hit the gym, mum. Brother-in-law overdosed. Everyone else was convinced he was done with drugs, but I just knew he wasn't. Wow. When an ex-friend got busted for sleeping with a student, I always thought it was inappropriate how she acted outside of school. She would text students on weekends using her number and not a classroom app. She claimed it was for questions about homework, projects, etc. She then invited students to come and watch her perform a shadowcast of Rocky Horror where she played Janet, so she's in her underwear 70% of the show. Oh, sorry, but like, if I saw my teacher in the undies, my eyes. Fast forward a few years after all this, and I get a message with a news article of her getting arrested for effing a student. Worst part, I had friends that still supported her, saying it's not really a big deal since he was 16 and 17, and the age of consent is 16. She's in a position of power, and I'm ill. Ew, yes. Why would you invite your students to see you half naked, yo? That's the last thing a teacher would want, no? What the hell? I wouldn't want my students seeing me like that. What the hell, bro? So after that show, she's just gonna go back to school and smirk and think she did something. Getting goosebumps. I confronted my boyfriend that he was cheating on me. He repeatedly said, I haven't been with another woman since I met you. I know, I said. I continued with the allegation. He kept insisting, no other woman since I met you, over and over until it clicked. He stopped talking. I saw it in his eyes. He knew I knew. We were talking about men, not women. Wow. 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 Finding out something you didn't know about your partner. Plus, it was because they were cheating. Wow. I'm a supply chain professional. In the very early days of COVID's impact here in the US, myself and many people like me saw what was happening in China and other places, and I knew for certain that there was a massive supply chain shock and crazy inflation coming. It was extremely obvious and predictable. Months before it hit full force, I kept waiting and waiting for someone in the government to talk and do something about it, but no one did. And then it happened. That was when I really lost faith in the system, and I didn't have that much to begin with. I swear. Nobody does anything when things like this happen. You know, nobody's ever prepared. It's kind of crazy, ain't it? That he was the one after a disastrous first date. He picked me up and we went to a local walking park. After returning to his car, it wouldn't start. We both had to walk home, and just as I said, well, at least it's not raining, the heavens opened. I was soaked through by the time I got home. I got back home not expecting to hear from him again, but he rang me when he got home and started the conversation with, I bet you've never been that wet on a first date before. We both laughed it off and been stuck with each other since. Wow, that's cute. Sometimes the worst dates are the best dates because it just leaves such a freaking lasting impression. Went out for my wife's best friend's birthday in 2022. Met best friend's friend, Ashley, and her husband, Brian. I genuinely have a bad judge of character, but I marked Brian as a scumbag within minutes of meeting him. I have a terrible poker face, so my wife wasn't happy that I clearly wasn't having a good time hanging out with Brian. Anyway, about 8 months later, it's revealed that Brian took the profits from his business for sports betting purposes and was in the hole over $1 million. Brian convinced Ashley to quit her job when they got engaged, and now she's severely behind her prior career prospects and moved back in with her parents at 35 because she and Brian had to sell the house immediately, as Brian allegedly owed some people who work outside the confines of the law a nice chunk of change. Bro, divorce! I would have just divorced him. Dude, I would be so pissed. I mean, I'm sure we'd all be so pissed. How dumb you gotta be. Seriously, how dumb you gotta be. The day I confirmed my ex had secretly turned into an alcoholic was pretty rough. Long story short, she showed up to my house stumbling, and then it clicked. All those times I thought it was alcohol in her breath, it was. I had just been gaslit to believe otherwise. That's scary, dude. your partner just becoming an alcoholic. That's scary. A guy in RuneScape said he'd double my shit. I'll never stop hunting him down to this day. How many of us have gotten scammed because of this? Me! I've gotten scammed because of this too. He told me to drop all my items and he would double it for me. How dare he? I had a lot of suspicions that my ex was cheating. It started out small, like she was just starting to close herself in more. I thought it was stress and depression, so I gave her space and she only wanted more and more space. She never wanted to talk to me about it, and any approach I made was met with hostility. One day I went to check her PC for something and noticed her login wasn't the same. For the 5 years we've been together, it was always the same, and that's what gave me the first gut feeling. I went onto my PC and tried logging into her Facebook, maybe see if it would answer what's going on with her, or see if the password has been changed too. Turned out all of her passwords were suddenly changed. I didn't want to believe that it might be cheating, so I thought I'd at least be transparent and ask her why she decided to change everything. She was shocked, angry, and fumbled her answer, which really made my feelings even worse. If they're deflecting and they're like, why are you doing that? Why are you looking at my blah 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 blah? Guilty! We were quite open with each other and had an open door rule with accounts and whatnot, as she'd been cheated on before, so she wanted to know she could make sure I wasn't doing anything suspicious. One day I saw she left her PC logged in as she went to take a shower, so I took the opportunity to use our original policy and see what she'd been up to. It didn't take me long to find a bunch of conversations between her and a guy she'd met playing GTA. When she got out of the shower and saw me sitting in her chair, her face looked a bit worried. So I started by asking her, so you and Avery, huh? My only regret is that I tried to make it work after, in an attempt to save the house. I should have told her to pack her bag and get out before I show everyone her explicit conversations. So she was cheated on before and she has the audacity to cheat on her partner. It just reminds me of like when kids follow their parents' footpath when the parents were shitty people. So they become the same shitty people their parents were. You know? And I'm just like, what? Shouldn't you become the opposite because your parents treated you so trash? So you should be better than that. But nope, like this person, she became trash. Alright, you know, karma. She deserved to get cheated on then. Bye. The fact that she made that policy, and that's the only reason why she got caught. So she made the policy because she didn't trust her partner, right? She was insecure. She thought her partner was going to cheat on her. So she made that policy and being like, well, I need to check all the stuff that you're in. Policies like that, yeah, that's a red flag for me. Like, you need to check all my accounts? No trust, okay? No trust. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!